Hello everybody, I'm Phantom2502. Welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory Impressive Build Tutorial. In this episode, we are going to finish my packaged liquid biofuel and the manual items, so gas filters, and then do the SAM run or build. My mic did cut out near the end of the last episode, so we just automated our biological coal stuff. Apparently I had the alternate recipes after all. Solid biofuel. I think there's like fabric and gas nobilis there, and we added in the stuff for the liquid biofuel, and we just added the packagers before we ended the last episode abruptly. Alright, right, pipeline needs to connect. There we go. Alright, let's get pipeline for these. Let's say there maybe. How much coming out of here? 60, 120, even if we double it, 240. Yeah, we're good. By the way, I'm putting in 3 packagers, which is good for now. But if you do double this with somersloops, you can't double the packagers. So just add 3 more. Package liquid. Package liquid. That'll take care of this. Yeah, so today's will probably be a long episode as well. I was thinking last one would be longer, but I noticed the mic cut off, so I stopped it, fixed it. There we go. Alright, so that's all that. Then we need packagers. Right. Okay, I guess we'll do it that way. How much is it each? 40 empty canisters a minute. Okay. 40. $80, and then 120 probably. Put a splitter over here too, just so that it's easily extendable to put 3 more this way. It's never going to be more than 240. Alright, so that'll be empty containers. Alright, right, we need something for excess here. I wonder, can I move this a little bit? It doesn't like that. Okay, I guess not. Yeah, I guess that is the best way to do it there, isn't it? Alright. So, yeah, and I don't think we ever need more than that, right? Yeah, 90 each. Oh, I guess it could be level 2s. Yeah. Whatever, barely have any level 2 belts, but we'll just keep it the way it is. It's fine. Level 1. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Let's see. How to get this going. You go in there. You go there. Alright, so yeah, basically solid biofuel is going to back up into this one. Oh yeah, the bins. So this one, you're going to get your input of solid biofuel and fabric. However, this bin is if you get to alien DNA stuff, so it stays off the biomass line. And if it needs to back up because solid biofuel is backed up, it has room to just stay. That's not interfering with the biomass. Solid biofuel then goes into here. Obviously, it can go into there and back up, but this line here is going to be the storage, and we'll be storing it at level 1. That's fine. The rest of it's going to go in there. Okay. And we obviously have our coal line coming in from here. That's going to go over to gas filters. Okay. Next. Let's see. We are going to need a few of these. Okay, how do I want to do this? That. Okay, you're going to need stuff from over here too. Let's merge everything. Alright, and that'll be the merger that'll help you with if you extend this later. Right, we're going to need to do that with an overflow. Okay. That'll be a cycle. We don't want a cycle. Alright, overflow. Okay. Alright, so unlike this one that has any undefined and for solid, we have packaged liquid biofuel. This mostly just goes into storage. This one will have an overflow because we're just getting points if it can't go into storage. Alright, this is going to have a second one of these and a smart splitter. Right there. Alright, because the only thing we're doing with liquid packaged biofuel is putting it into storage. So to the right, well, actually it could just be any. And then overflow straight. So this will be storage, or an extension of storage. And then overflow will join the main line. This one will go to storage if it can, if we send any packaged liquid biofuel. If it backs up, then it overflows and then joins this overflow and then joins the main line, which goes into the sink. Alright, that should work. Oh right, there's a need to be a third line. Or sorry, not a third line, but third storage. That's empty canisters, so we do need, I've noticed we need, if you want this to be running somewhat longer from your trips out, it's good to have 2 or 3 big containers of empty canisters to back up while you're gone. So that'll be that. Alright, so that's that. Right, fourth one. Alright, so we're going to have the oil. Or sorry, the coal. And basically solid biofuel and liquid biofuel. Oh yeah, and then one going the other way. There we go. Okay, that's good for that. Right, gas nobelisks. I guess it will just get merged in at some point. Maybe not putting fabric onto the main line is a good idea. Rearrange this for my usual. Merge these in. 30 max. 10 max, that's 40 max. Now if these ones come all the way back, this way, this will not work. No, it doesn't. Oh yeah, that's why I think I left it. Alright. Alright, we're gonna need 3 storage containers. One, 2, and 3. What are the other 2? Okay, and then we need our manufacturer. Ahead of this one. Yeah, although I think we need more space because we do need a merger in here. We'll go there. Alright. You know what? I don't think we need that one there. For the fabric, one will be fine. The other 2 items, yeah, the coal and the iron plates, back them up as we need, but we're not going to need more fabric than this. Smart splitter. Fabric, overflow left, none straight, and put another merger. Actually, yeah, why not? Merger there. And then this one with all of the power shards, the gas noblesse, and the extra fabric. We'll have that come out here. To be merged into the main line. Oh yeah, probably should be a better belt. There we go. Alright, so this is going to be gas filters. We have the fabric coming in, so just the coal and the iron plates. How much per minute? They're all pretty low. Okay. Alright, priority merger. Assuming I can actually get it done. I've also noticed I'm low on these. How much for smart splitters? Still okay. Alright. First time using priority merger. So this is going to be for the coal. So this one's going to be coal done for like the whole game pretty much. Like the mining it. And we'll connect that after. That'll be stored in here. Stored somewhat this way. It's going to be our manual coal that we get from our wood and bio conversions. I'll have this go this way. Get rid of this. There we go. Okay, so priority merger. I think they go like this. So this is the middle input. So middle input. So I think the left one's this side. I want that to be high priority. I want the rest of them to be low priority. So if we do have manual coal, we want to use it first before using coal that we're producing through the mining. Alright, that also reminds me, we need a container for manual. For manual coal, just in case it backs up. And it doesn't need to come out any faster than this. Good enough. Alright. So those are all the backups. Okay. Alright, this one. Right, so that one's going to come in. Merge, merge. And that one will probably merge on top. The final bin before going on to the main lane. Alright, we need a merger in front of it. So this one's going to have the fabric. Oh. Why won't you... Is there any reason why... Hello? Okay, well that's annoying. Don't know why that didn't work, but it wouldn't let me attach it for some reason. Alright. You are there. You are here. Now, you're the one with all my excess stuff. So anything that needs to go to the sink or into storage will go through there. And then we'll put a merger in the main line. And a belt that's appropriate. Depends how much we have going per minute. So you can improve or lower this belt depending how fast you want things to merge in. You know what? We'd probably be okay with the level 2. 120 a minute. Just you don't want to back up the main line, so you're able to control that by just putting up and down this belt and then having this back up the manual stuff. Alright, so that's going to go back in main line. Also, it's part of the reason we kept fabric and gas filter storage over here instead of over here, so we didn't have to move this all the way back. So that's good. There's also gas noblest, which we have to add storage for. Okay, what about the rest of this? Alright, so the second one is our coal, which is going to go through there. Third one is excess solid biofuel. Fourth one, excess or storage package liquid biofuel. And right, that one's going to be empty containers. Alright, talking about empty containers, could use a third bin. And the final bin for those. There. Alright, that'll be plenty of backup of empty containers. Now we actually have to get the items. Okay. Fun. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna need the 4th one for the backup of that. Actually, 5th one. Okay. Yeah, Nobelisks. Are they? They're in here somewhere, I think. Iron plate's really further back. Alright. We have the split up for iron plate, which is part of the reason we put a lot of these things up for our gas filters. Smart splitter. Right out of here. Iron plates. Overflow. And that will give us iron plates. That'll be, yeah, iron plate for our manual gas filters. Okay. Perfect. Alright. And you're going to go into there. Alright, so that's iron plates. Good. That'll be fabric when it gets made. Over there. This will prioritize which coal we get. Alright, we only have 1 coal in. I guess we gotta get the other coal in as well. But we'll do that after. Okay, we need Nobelisks. Alright, we need them before going into storage. And give us a little bit of room. So say Nobelisk left. Overflow straight. And empty canisters to the right. This will catch them before going into storage. Okay, what's with these things just not connect? Oh. Right. Okay, let's put some... Alright, this is excess biomass. right? That still works without... So you are going to go in there. Yeah, level 4. Okay. And that will be Nobelisks into here. Alright. Which we won't get any for a while. That's one's excess biomass. Okay. Right, we're just going to have to... 1, 2... Right, need 4 up here. And then 3 here. Alright, we'll do that. Actually, later on, like tier 9, we're going to need to split up the power shards. Oh yeah, but that can go through the other side over there. Okay, that'll be fine. So I'm going to... Okay, I think just... that'll be fine. So, excess biomass. Excess solid liquid biofuel. Or solid biofuel. And excess packaged liquid biofuel. Ooh, actually... Well, the solid ones we want going with low belts. The packaged would want a high belt. Yeah. I want those to be going as fast as possible. No slowdown needed. Mostly because the other ones we have higher priorities, but this one we don't. The only priority is going into storage. And this is the empty canisters, which go into there. Alright. Why that's not connecting? No. Need more encased industrial beams. Not even in the SAM yet. Alright, I'll bring each of these, let's see. There we go. Empty packages and containers go there. And each of these are going to go back to storage right beside our hub. One, two, three. Okay. Right, two of them are going to be over here. Alright, that's biomass, which is going there. Solid biofuel, which is going there. As we've put onto these things. Alright, now packaged liquid biofuel. Comes all the way down here, and actually, maybe not there right away. I forgot, there's one other thing to do. Our backup container to handle everything that shouldn't go in the sink. And then it's our packaged liquid biofuel. Alright, so this one, want a programmable splitter. And we'll put it there. Alright, and then basically we add stuff to the left here. Look through each of these things, and stuff we never want to go in the sink, or stuff that just can't be sunk. Alien protein can't be sunk, even though we should never see it. Yeah, bacon agaric, we don't want that to go in the sink. Barrel nuts. Biomass could go in the sink, although I don't think we'll ever see it. Capsules definitely go in the sink. Well, yeah, we don't want power slugs go in the sink. Chainsaw. Hatcher remains. Hog remains. Oh yeah, the jetpack. Basically, a lot of these should never go on the line, but medicinal inhaler. But you know, just in case they do. Oh yeah, the noblest detonator. We don't need parts. Object scanners, yeah. Pale berries. Parachutes. No, portable miners can be sunk. Maybe not right now. Okay, portable miner we're going to put in here as well, but this one will be garbage later once you automate it and put it into a proper storage in tier 7, tier 8. Or once you get the alternate recipes and automate it, then you can remove it from this list. But for now, we definitely don't want to sync them at the moment. Power shards definitely can't be sunk. Most noble is purple power slug. Yeah, purple power slug. That can't be sunk. Rebar gun. Rifle. Solid biofuel. Spitter remains. Stinger remains. It's basically a catch-all. Anything that can't go into the sink and will back things up, or materials we wouldn't want to go in the sink, are all going to be shoved off here. Wood, yeah, the Xeno Basher. Xeno Zapper. Yellow Power Slug. And the Zip Line. I think that's everything. And then we'll do any undefined straight. So everything else goes in the sink. So all these items, if they happen to ever get this far in, are going to go into our storage bin right near the hub. Otherwise, they're going to go through here and into the sink. If you want to override that, you can always take stuff out of there, like equipment or whatever that can be sunk, and just put it directly into the trash bin, and then you'll override it and put it into the sink. Alright. Can I go like that? Whatever. Alright. You there. You there. Alright. Now, we use the top exit for these for the dimensional depots when you unlock those later. Same thing with this one over here. Now, another priority merger for going into the manual stuff. All three of these are potential potential fuels. Right. Do level 4, why not? Alright, priority merger. Alright, the left one's going to have the highest priority. That's going to be our packaged liquid biofuel. Second priority is going to be the right input being the solid biofuel, and then biomass will be last. Alright, we'll do it this way. Really? Doesn't want to do that? Odd. I thought it would do that pretty easily. Interesting. Hold on, maybe... Oh, it's trying to go through it. Oh. Right. Okay. What to do about this? Even that doesn't work. Right. How to take care of this? Maybe we can do something like this. Ugh, man, that doesn't look good at all. Of course, if I would have put it through this way, I would have got right through the darn pipe, so... Okay, well, it's better than nothing. What if I curved it? How does that work? Don't really know if that's any better. Well, it's not better over here. It is a little better there. You know what? I'm good enough for now. Alright. That is... Oh, not quite everything. Right, coal. This line. So now I need a smart splitter on the last coal. Any overflow? Move these over to level 4 belts. And we won't need more than level 1s. Alright, for this. Now, where is that darn floor hole? Alright, where is that floor hole? Somewhere up here. Oh, that's the space elevator. You? Looks like it. And we'll keep it on the ceiling, I guess. Alright. You are going all the way up to the ceiling. And you are going there. Alright. And that should be everything, and that doesn't go through the floor. Alright, good. Alright, that's done with coal. Only now we're into this video. I guess this will be the longest video. Alright. Now, let's deal with SAM. We got our 10. Alien technology. Oh. Start research.
Strange alien matter analysis completed. Dormant crystalline SAM can now be found with the resource scanner. In its dormant state, it is safe to handle without special equipment and can be stored indefinitely. Research for enabling the reanimation of dormant SAM is now available.
Fill the rivers with blood and let the effigies defile our temples. The sun will follow.
Alright, so after all this, we can finally scan for it. Where are you? 1,000 meters that way. It's also 1,300 meters that way. Looks like it's somewhat close to our oil fields. We're going in that direction. Alright, oh yeah, one thing I did forget to do here is add everything else to our power. My bad. Yes, in order for things to work, they have to be powered. Those things are touched. Alright, everything else is yellow. Alright, right, that's everything powered. Okay, yeah, let's go on our oil line, see how close that thing is to our outpost. Ooh, right, we're gonna want, for this part of the build, a minor market. Alright, and okay, let's just get some supplies. Alright, I did a bit of changes between episodes to our, I finished off our hypertube lines, including to our coal or oil area through this way. There we go, manual section, all automated. Our bin. Now that we can, when we get back from exploring, we just put everything in the bin, in the recycle bin, and it takes care of itself. Puts everything in the storage that we need. And everything we don't need goes in the sink. Alright, where is this thing? It's got to be in this here area somewhere. It is. Probably on top of that mountain. Alright. Hard drive here. Oh, free hard drive. Sweet. Okay. Now, where is this thing? Up there. Okay. That's where the jetpack comes in handy. Oh, Mercer Sphere. Alright. Well, that was kind of just free right there. Same with the hard drive. Alright, now... Oh, big baddie. Let's get some health before we die. Alright. Where's your... Ah, spitter remains. SAM, impure. But we found a node. Yay. That's good. Production, manual. Oh yeah, right. Power. Well, I guess the simplest way is to just bring it everything over here to our oil section. Can this get down here? Alright, we'll improve this to a Mark II pole. And connect the SAM miner to our power network. How is that doing, by the way? Oh, Maximum's getting very close to top. That's okay, though, for now. Alright, remember, we need to get 20 of these for ourselves for the next unlock. Alright, there's 21. Okay, that'll be plenty for us. 60 minutes should be fine. For now, we'll bring this with us to the edge. Oh, it won't even do that. Well, that's fun. Okay. There we go. And then you all the way down here. There we go. Alright, we'll deal with you later. I need to get the next thing unlocked. Alright, now that we're back at the base, we can get Reanimated SAM unlocked.
SAM reanimation recipe unlocked. SAM can now be safely awakened, provided it is contained. Meaning, if not contained in special electromagnetic storage, it tends to start breaking atomic bonds of any matter it has physical contact with, and reconstructing it into easily transportable resources.
Scripture and blood compose harmony. Follow our hallowed temple halls and listen to the echoes of your ripples. Our bones are more beautiful than yours.
Alright, just thought about it. We do need storages. One for the gas and obelisks that we did for the manual stuff, and two for the reanimated SAM and that SAM Fluctuator that's coming up. Oops, wrong direction. Smart splitters. I'm gonna need more AI limiters, I think. Although not right now. Do it when we get back. Alright, so the first one, gas and obelisks, overflow. Reanimated SAM, overflow, and then we'll have to do the last one when we unlock it. Oh, right. Thank you, Ada. Playing for 2 hours. Not as bad as Josh's message for playing 24 hours. How did you manage that? There's already something connected to it. Weird. Alright. Okay, so that should be good there. We just need to copy these. Alright, so you would be gas and obelisks. You are reanimated SAM. And you are SAM Fluctuator. Alright. You know what, since I'm here, might as well get some AI limiters and some rotors. There we go. more boosts. There we go. Alright, right, we need a constructor. For the Reanimated SAM. Oh, we just passed. Where are we going? Alright, we have SAM coming down. Constructor. We won't need more than one of these. That's too bad there. Right, I guess I should have to turn this the other way. Reanimated SAM, we'll put the SAM in here. And there we go. This will turn. Right, how much in minutes? Well, there's only 60 coming in, so we can put this at 50%. Yeah, 60. Put in the level 2 miner, 15 reanimated SAM. That's all that's going to happen from this thing. And then I think I need like 10 myself. Alright. Right. As long as we connect it into here, everything works. We can go into there. Oh yeah, that works. Okay, cool. Alright. This allows SAM to go right back into storage. Reanimated SAM. After we get a bit of it for unlocks. You into storage. Eventually. Oh yeah, it reminds me. Just show you the other extension that I made off screen. I made one more extension to the Hypertube network off screen. I guess I'll show that now. One to go to the water extractors for coal. Split off here. And put a wall to stop us from going everywhere. This one, since I didn't have any room to not put like a split off for it, I decided to do it that way. This is pretty much going to be the finale anyways. Well, there'd be one more episode that I show like in the future where to kind of expand, but this would be the last episode of this tutorial anyways. Let's see. Because after this you're ready to explore. And the game opens up dramatically after this.
SAM Fluctuator recipe unlocked. The fluctuator can mimic unique communication through patterns of electric frequencies to instruct Reanimated SAM to perform specific tasks or give specific restrictions, such as matter to energy conversion. It can also function as matter memory, reading the exact composition and state of a collection of matter in one location, breaking it down, and near instantly reconstructing it in another location, which has incredible potential for smart storage.
You've transferred solid to fluid to a tapestry. Matter, and mind and melody.
Alright. So, SAM Fluctuator. We have Dimensional Depot. So these things will allow you to get your storage items from anywhere on the map. So basically what we end up doing for those, they get 240 max at a time, so I just put a level 3 belt outside of the storage, put a Dimensional Depot right at the end of any of the storages, and that's where that goes. Suggestions for which one to go do first, probably stuff you'll need in exploring, like your packaged fuel or packaged liquid biofuel, and your rifle ammo or homing ammo, and then kind of go on from there as you get more and more Mercer spheres. So that'll help you in the Mercer spheres. And these ones either help you have more stacks in your Dimensional Depot or faster or manual insertion. This one, Alien Power Augmenter, that's good for exploring for hard drives that need power, since it's pretty much self-containing. It's 500 megawatts automatically, and if you add it to your grid, it adds 500 megawatts plus 10% to whatever your grid is. So if you're in need of power, all of a sudden just plug one of these in. And then the production amplifier. Right now we're not getting a lot of homing rifle ammo. We're not getting a lot of our space elevator parts. There's probably like some constraints like steel pipe and stuff that could use it. You can put basically a somersloops into the production machines, and it will double the output without any input. So it's good for temporary increase in production. Constructors needs one, assemblers needs 2, and manufacturers need 4. So that's some stuff to do later on off screen. Well, not later on off screen. That's the end. This could be the end of the tutorial, but it'll be up to you how you want to manage that. There's options on expanding. Obviously, later on for huge buildings, use the blueprints. There's power shards to make sure things don't take too much too much room. But right now we have one more manufacturer. I need cable. One more manufacturer for our SAM Fluctuators. SAM Fluctuator, and 1%. Also do the steel pipe restrictions. And right, Reanimated SAM. Yeah, right. Eventually there's going to be cable on here. Reanimated SAM, the reason why I'm not going to split it off directly is it needs a larger backup later on. So it's best to split it off here. I'm leaving one below it for cable eventually. Alright, Reanimated SAM. And why not? Regular splitter in. Reanimated SAM, overflow. Let's see, wire and steel pipe. Hold on, I just thought of this. Reanimated SAM comes off of our oil line. Not off of our main line. There we go, that's correct. It's also why we're having this extra line so that it has some more extra room to back up later on. Alright, wire. Overflow. Steel pipe. Overflow. Alright, the SAM Fluctuator. It's not going to be making much. Probably do manually for a little bit. And where am I putting this for power? There. How am I doing on power anyways? The maximum is a bit above 2500. Alright, we can do an unlock to mitigate that problem. Oh, right. I had issues getting steel pipe earlier. If you ever need some steel pipe, you can just change this to be none in both directions, and it'll back up in here, and then you can just wait a little bit and then grab some, making it a minute after like getting it out of all the other machines. That's what I ended up having to do for extending my hypertube network. Alright. Alien technology, nothing. I'll let you guys do that on your own. this one. Motors, high-speed connectors, and quick wire. Hold on. I should put this in the to-do list. Actually, there's quite a few I think I want out now. I think that's all I can get. Computers. Yeah, compacted coal's back here. Heavy modular frames. Nothing. Alright, we're gonna have to go into machine for that. Oh, quick wire. High-speed connector. We'll deal with the modular frames in a bit, I guess. Turbofuel, which is good for our power extension.
Turbofuel unlocked. This upgrade to regular fuel is optimal for fuel-powered generators, jetpacks, and fulfilling long-distance trucker fantasies.
So turbofuel and turbofuel generators are good for tier 7 power in general, especially with alternate recipes. These unlocks are later. Oh, that needs an object scanner. Scan for hard drives. That's going to be good for when you go on exploring.
Object scanner magnetic sensitivity increased. It can now detect the signal of any hard drives at crash sites in your region.
And then geysers, which is also good for free power at this part of the game.
Geothermal Generator unlocked. Geysers added to the object scanner. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. When life gives you deadly geothermal vents, run directly towards them and build generators. Use potentially lethal natural phenomena for your own benefit. It's the fix-it way.
Alright, there's 7,100 megawatts worth of geothermal power around the map. They have impure, normal, and pure geysers. They fluctuate in power, but it averages between like 50 and like 200 kind of thing per minute. Right, and the only one left is the radar tower, which we need heavy modular frames for. Let's see, they'd probably be stored in here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. This one just finally started getting steel pipe again. Yep. Radar towers.
Radar tower unlocked. The tower reveals resource nodes and other useful information on the map in a set radius from its location.
Alright. So, we'll go through geysers first. You have it on your scanner. By the way, there's going to be one like right here, our local geyser, and it's a pure one. Ooh, barely don't have it. Okay, we need one of these. And you know what? Where's the radar tower? Organization, maybe? And we'll try to add one of these, I guess. Ugh, I need 20 heavy modular frames. I'm gonna have to do that manually, I guess. Pipes. Oh, well, that's dandy. Right. To 1. It's 200 pipes for 20. Still nothing here. Okay. Let's see, heavy modular frames. Right, I need computers and, oh yeah, wire, right. Alright, let's go get that geyser, add it to our power network. Oh, there we go. And now spike power up. And now we're going to have more power than max consumption, so we're always going to be good. As you go exploring, you can bring stuff to build more geysers for power. Things with somersloops in them, even though double production will 4 times the power, so getting more power is good. Radar towers, which I wish I could showcase right now, but I don't have enough heavy modular frames. And we don't have any pipes. Nothing in there, right? Ugh. Alright, I guess I'll showcase. Oh, right, there would have been backup of pipes over here. Perfect. Although, that's only going to give us 10, isn't it? I think it will. Yeah, I need frames and encased industrial beams. Alright. Hold on, what's... Oh, screws. Right. Alright, need 9 more, need pipes. Alright, well let's hope the other machine's backed up enough. Need, what, 180 more pipe? Yeah, that should be barely enough. Ooh, I'm down on packaged biofuel. Sorry, packaged fuel. Yeah, let's get some more. We'll need that for exploration, which is outside this tutorial. Oh, where's packaged fuel? There it is. I usually like to have at least 2 bins worth of jetpack fuel. Oh yeah. Since we're preparing for exploration, let's get some darn rifle ammo. You know what? We'll come in here after. Prepare ourselves for it. We don't have enough storage room right now. One thing at a time. There we go. And I usually like to pick my radar tower. They take 30 power each. Usually up here. Alright, radar towers. Basically, it'll show you all the nodes in an area. which is pretty cool. It'll tell you the number of hard drives in the area, somersloops, the number of slugs, immerser spheres, as well as what kind of creatures are in the area, and items. You can also look on your map, and the details will be on there as well. Anyway, so you can spread these around the map to get an idea of, do you have all the hard drives, do you have all the somersloops and stuff, and the slugs. By this way, the slugs, even though it just says blue, it's, I think, all the different colors. So that's a way to use the radar tower. Obviously we have this scanning for, let's get the rifle instead of the chainsaw there. Actually, kind of like rifle is our main weapon. Yeah, we'll have that go that way. Alright, and maybe flip these two. Alright. So there's radar tower, geysers, easy power at the moment. Somersloops expand production temporarily at the moment. Oh, and another priority for somersloops, put them in the manual items is a high priority, especially in the power shards, because it'll double them. And if you put them in the remains and in the DNA, you'll quadruple the DNA canisters. And that DNA canisters in the sink are its own separate item to give you points. That's these things on the bottom, which we haven't really done. So that could be very useful for points. What do we have in here for coupons? 34. Yeah, we've got most of the things we need, and you guys can take care of that. Right, let's use our recycle. What don't we need for exploration? That. I don't need that much iron rebar. And spitter remains we'll keep in here for now until we get the doublers. Alright, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. You always need concrete for foundations. Do need gas masks. Wire's useful. Actually, we'll keep that with us. Alright. And eventually that'll get merged into our storage, or if there's excess, it'll go in the sink. It's now we don't have to go back and put stuff in individual bins. That's what this is here for. Come back from exploration or have excess stuff, just shove it in the recycle. And everything takes care of itself now. Let's see here. Exploration. Yeah, we're going to want ammo for a rifle. At least 2 stacks. Probably 3 because we don't have dimensional depots at the moment. Let's get whatever we can for homing. And then, gas filters. Yeah, we only have a little bit. Yeah, let's get ourselves 2 stacks of these. And do we have any of these? A few. I guess you could use them for exploration. Get a few of these. I think that's good. Yeah, so this will be the end of this tutorial. The whole point of the tutorial was to get you to this point to be able to explore easily. We have the jetpack to easily get us around. We have vehicles. We've opened up the game with SAM. You can unlock dimensional depots and somersloops stuff on your own. We have the blueprint designer for more complicated builds. Later in the game, it's nice and organized to our factory. We didn't have to delete any buildings. But now it just opens up in a whole bunch of directions with alternate recipes and everything. But you guys should be good to do that on your own. And we can use our explorer to get around the map and go look for stuff. So, other than this, for the future, your future build, there are some online resources that are very useful. If you don't feel like doing radar towers and trying to find stuff yourself, you can ruin things by going to Satisfactory Calculator.com. They have the full map with every single item all over the map, and you can load your save in to see which ones you don't have left. Also, for building production lines that are efficient, you can go to satisfactorytools.com. I like the production planner on that one better because you can save different iterations of your build. So this will be the end of the tutorial. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. This is like the 2-hour finale, basically. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it here. As for organization I don't think we have one more episode. I think this is going to be the last one. I was going to showcase what I had so far in my 1.0 build, but I'm just going to showcase where to put stuff. So on this floor, tier 7 bauxite stuff, just keep going up that way after bringing in on the left side of the storage that you're going to bring out this way. Tier 7, tier 8 items will be stored there. Tier 9 level will be on this level. You can put your train stations at the end over there. Nuclear facilities in the water past these mountains. There is a uranium node up there. For more plastic, oil in our oil area, we can extend that all the way to the other side, and that's all going to be mostly plastic and rubber, so you can do that in that section. Yeah, so that's pretty much how things get organized, or how I organize things. Can I land on this? Yeah, I can. Okay. As for Fixmas, usually I'll put it up on this level in this section, and I'll put a little Fixmas build over here. That's just ideas for organization. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial. Hopefully this made it easy to get up to this part of the game. And now the whole game is up to you, how you want to continue. There's so many ways to continue it. Do you explore, get more somersloops, get Mercer spheres, go that direction? Do you keep building? Anyway, hope you enjoy the rest of the game. I'm Phantom2502, and this is it. Bye-bye.